like it when the track runs you over.
You like that?
Yeah, well, it's still moving. That's good.
That's all right. Good thing you got a tether on this thing, eh?
Yeah, safety first, boys.
Ooh, Klim. Hey everybody, today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over my Klim backpack and telling you why I like it so much. I wasn't able to find a good video on it. So here you go. Here's a little bit of information on this pack. So keep in mind, this is not an ABS pack. So if you're looking for ABS pack, like an airbag pack or BCA pack, this is not going to be the pack for you. This is a lightweight snowmobile pack for the mountains. So the backpack I use when I'm in the backcountry is the Klim Nac Pak. When I set out for a backpack, I wanted something that was small, something that would force me to only really carry what I needed to on my back. But before I go over this backpack, I'm going to show you the backpacks that I started with. This was the first backpack I used when I first got into snowmobiling. It's not really a snowmobiling backpack. It's more of a trekking backpack. It's an Mvc Backpack. So I had a couple problems with this one after my first season, was that it doesn't really have any shape. This one's more like really a rag on your back. I want my backpack to have shape, so that's another reason why I went with this Klim Nac Pak. Actually, you can even see I still have my trail pass on here from probably 4 or 5 years ago. So I retired this one. After I started using this one, I just switched to a small school book backpack, really like a laptop backpack. This one worked okay for a while. You can see it's got a little more shape to it. It's not like really wearing a rag like the other one was. The only problem I had with this one was that I couldn't really carry my shovel or anything properly. There was no dry storage versus wet storage, and it did work for a season, but again, I needed something better. So at the start of this season, I got this Klim pack, which I really like for a few reasons. So when you buy this pack, I'm just going to open it up here. When you buy this pack, it actually comes with the water bladder in it. So that's one of the reasons that I did buy it, so I could just have water with me all the time. Like I said, it's a small backpack, so I'm only forced to carry what I can carry on my back at all times. It has external storage for my probe, and then also on the other side I also have straps for my shovel. So what I'll do with my shovel is I'll just stick it in there and it'll just sit in my backpack like that, just like this side on my probe. And my shovel blade, it can just sit in the storage. And do one of these clips. It sits also in external storage and just sits in my pack just like that. There's lots of places you can tether stuff on, so if you're needing to carry extra equipment, lots of tether points where you can clip things. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over here. It also has a back on it that breathes, so your back doesn't get as sweaty because it has ventilation in it. It's still well padded, but at the same time it allows some air to flow through. I keep my BCA radio hooked up to it all the time. I've got my water bladder on this side of it. So it's kind of the same thing. I just route my line from where my water bladder would go on this side if I wanted it on this side, or whichever side I can switch them. But what I do with that is that I can just route my cable for my radio all the way around, and then it just goes back in here. And all I do day to day is I'll just unplug my radio and it just sits in my backpack in the storage, and that's how I like it. So I never really take this part off my backpack. It just stays there all year round. It just stays there from day to day. It just gets thrown in the hotel room. I don't have to undo my radio every time that I reach into my backpack. Fairly good design there. So I'll just talk a little bit about the storage of this pack. Like I said to begin with, it's small, and that's something that I really like about it because I'm only forced to carry what I can carry on my back, and I'm not overloading my backpack. It's not overly cumbersome. That's another reason I like it. It's just a small design. So what they include here is basically a toolkit. So this pouch actually slides right out of your pack. If you don't want this in your pack, you don't have to carry it at all. So what I do is I just keep some of my basic tools in there. It's not full right now, it's empty, but duct tape, zip ties, stuff like that. So I'll usually just keep that in my pack just because I use it for extra storage. You don't have to use it for tools. You can kind of use it for whatever. So I just keep that in my backpack all the time next to my shovel. So if I go down here to the very back part of it, Zipper access, of course. So what it's got in here is it's got a goggle bag. So you can actually keep your spare goggles in this bag, and it's all fibercloth, so you don't got to worry about them getting scratched. That's where I keep my spare goggles. The same thing with this whole interior of the bag is it's all really soft material, so even if your goggles fall out, you still have a fairly good chance of them not getting scratched up. Or you can throw some other stuff in here because you actually have your goggle bag to protect your goggles. Like I'll throw my goggles in here, and then maybe a thin set of gloves or something like that. So main storage, it is fairly large if I unzip it all the way. I mean, there is quite a bit of storage in there. Here's where I keep my radio, so that will just go right into there, sitting there like that, and my radio just sits in there. So I'll keep my lunch or maybe a couple water bottles in here if I'm not keeping them on my sled. It depends where I have room for things. Like I say, I got this water bladder here, so I usually don't keep a whole lot in here. Maybe extra gloves. I will throw the drone in here, or maybe some camera gear with me day to day. Back to the front here, it's got a chest strap. And it's also got the waist strap, which I really like because I don't like my backpacks flying around on the mountain on me. I like them to stay firmly on my back, and that goes back to having a backpack with shape. So all I do is I just tighten that strap up, tighten this one up till it's about my size, and that's where I go at. So at that point, I don't think I'm missing anything with this backpack. I really like it. It all comes down to size for me. Like you can see, it's not big. If I throw up one of my other bags here, like just compared to a normal school backpack, I mean, obviously this one's almost twice the size. So I like to keep things small and light while I'm in the mountains. So that's why I chose a nice small pack, and I've really, really liked this bag. If you're looking for something that isn't going to take up a whole bunch of room, isn't going to have a whole bunch of weight, definitely I would suggest this backpack for all mountain riders. This is the current model Nac Pak, so this is the one that you'll be getting for at least another year, I would think. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this thing on really quick so that you guys can actually see the profile of it and how it sits on my back. So you can see it still has well enough room to be carrying all my gear. The shovel is just a little bit big for it, but it still fits really well. But the profile is just really low, but I still have the option to carry all the stuff that I like to carry for the day. I got my front straps, my bottom one, and my chest strap. Just keeps the backpack tight on me all day. It still fits well under my tech vest. It's still a really good fit there. So absolutely, I recommend this pack for anybody who is looking for something small. They're looking for something low profile. Something that's not going to be rattling around on their back all day, but still has the room to carry everything that they need to go out for the day. This one is a great pack for it. This is the current model one, so if you go out probably within the next year, next 2 years even, this will be the pack that you'll be getting if you're looking for the Klim Nac Pak. I love this thing. I can honestly say it's the first backpack that I've ever bought that I actually enjoy wearing. So obviously this isn't a ABS pack. So there's no avalanche airbag or anything that deploys in this. Do I recommend one? Yeah, I do. You can't really put a price on your safety. You're looking to spend $15,000, $16,000 on a brand new snowmobile, and if you don't want to spend the money on the safety equipment for yourself, that's just stupid to me. But on the other hand, I don't wear one. I don't find myself riding in those areas a bunch, even when we're out in the Alpine. We look up at some of those big hills and we just say, no, we're not even going to go there. But that being said, it is still a good thing to have, and rather be looking at it than looking for it. But if you're not ready to spend the money, I would definitely go with one of these because it comes with everything you need in a lightweight and small kit. So this is definitely one of the better packs on the market right now, I would say. Let me know what you guys use for your packs when you guys are in the mountains, whether it's a Klim or a BCA pack or an ABS pack. I want to know what you guys are wearing when you go up into the Alpine, or when you're just riding around the backcountry, around the backyard. Thanks everybody for watching. Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are wearing, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Yeah.
It's okay. Take your time.